Oh my gosh, I have been dreading this day. I have been, because my kitchen is full of clutter, and it's clutter that I hold close to my heart. So I have been avoiding, but today is the day the clutter has to go, because we all know we cannot organize clutter. So I will take you on the journey how I am going to declutter this my kitchen. Hey, okay, and I think it's going to be exciting. My day has already been progressing very well and very productively. I've accomplished most of my morning routine. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. But now I want to tackle zone 2, which is the kitchen. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, this is according to the Fly Lady system, where we divide the home into zones. And if you'd like to know more, I will link that video over here where I explain about the Fly Lady system and the zones. But now, now we tackle this kitchen. Most of the clutter in this kitchen is just dishes. I mean, I'm talking about plates, spoons, and all that manner of stuff, which have just been accumulating and accumulating and accumulating, and I rarely declutter. Usually I'm also very quick-ish to declutter clothes, but for the kitchen, I tend to avoid it. So I will just go through all my dishes, and can you see? Just look up here and have a look. Just look. I cannot tell you the last time we even opened this place. I can't. There might even be people who moved in there and we shall find them today. I don't know. There could be a whole family of something living there. But anyway, look at this. Oh my gosh, it's a sippy cup. It used to belong to our first born. Okay, wait. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. But that's the kind of stuff that we need to get rid of, okay? But first, I have a bit of dirty dishes in my sink, and I was wondering, do I want to first wash dishes and then start decluttering? But then I figured, no, let me not do that, because it's gonna take another like 45 minutes of my time. And I'm taking this opportunity when my kids are asleep to do most of this. So I just really need to go chop chop. And anyway, the dishes that are in my sink are dishes that we normally use on a daily basis. So those ones don't even need to be decluttered. So I'm just going to leave those for now, and then I will just focus on decluttering the cupboards. And so the first thing I want to start with is this cabinet right here. And remember, we said there is now no condemnation, you guys. Yes, my home is not perfect, but I am. Okay, no, I'm not. But let me just show you. Let me show you. So this place right here is full of, can you see that? Let me make sure you guys can see. Now, so these are cups that we have not touched in, well, since the last time I decluttered and cleaned this place. I didn't declutter, I just cleaned the shelves. Look at this. First of all, look at the size of this mug. I mean, okay, let me bring myself into focus. Can you see this mug? Do I look like the kind of person who would be satisfied with this kind of coffee? I mean, seriously, you guys have seen the cup I use for coffee? It's like a gigantic cup. So I don't know why we hold on to these cups, really. And I'm the only coffee drinker or anything tea drinker in this house who would be interested in the size of the mugs, really. So I don't know why we keep them. And we have guests sometimes, but now with COVID, I don't know. So basically, that's it. These are the things that I need to let me just get them out, and then I will have a closer look at them. Before we even go any further, let me show you this other shelf. Here we are supposed to be putting our water bottles, all right? But look at all this. We have never, I think, used any. Can you see these jugs? We do use our kids' water bottles like this one. Oh, they're falling. But I think that's the only thing we use in this cupboard. Look at that. These things, let me tell you, these things we have had them since I was in campus. These plastic bowls. Although they do come in handy when we have guests, but goodness, when are we ever going to have guests again? And they're plastic. I can always buy more instead of keeping them here and not using them, and someone could be getting blessed by them. Look at this. Now this is supposed to be 14. Let me just show you. Look at this. It's a teapot. I'm a little teapot. Now, of course, we've never used it. We are never ever going to use it. And then I need to line these shelves. I need to line them. I have a hack for lining them. I haven't tried it, but I think it's going to work. I came up with it, but I'll show you when we get there. Now this one we use fairly often because these are our plates. These are our dinner plates. Although if you ask me, I think we might have a bit too many sets of dinner plates because we only use 7. But sometimes we have guests. So the whole thing of having guests is really just making me wonder about decluttering. This is supposed to be for butter. Who puts butter in this thing? Who does that? This is like, I remember my parents had this when I was, maybe it's even this one. Mom, come get your butter. Oh, wait. Come get your butter thing. So I'm done with showing you what's up in my top cabinets. And I love the way you guys are not judging me. I just love it because I know you're not, right? Right? Thank you. So now let me show you what is in the below cabinets so that we're going to just declutter everything at once and then maintain that spirit of no judgment, no condemnation, because we're trying here. Okay. Before we go to the lower cabinet, okay, this does not belong here. This one, I like my spoon staying up here. Let me show you. Because I like my counters to stay just clear of clutter. So let me show you the drawers. Okay, this one has trays. And oh my gosh, I've been looking for this thing. Oh, sorry. The other day, I made my kids donut holes, but I could not find this thing. I couldn't. And now look, you see, that's why decluttering is so cool. So this one, I need to get rid of a few things there. Let's look here. Oh, this is where we put our serving dishes, our serving spoons, rolling pins, and all manner of wooden things. This one I bought in Gikomba. That's the other day. This one we have had forever, never ever used, apart from maybe when you need to put something hot on the table, something hot, some hot pot, not something pot. Gosh. Anyway. So I don't know whether we're going to keep it or not. I don't know. We have wooden spoons coming out of our ears. I mean, there are so many. Let me show you guys. And this is just half of them, by the way. And normally I can only use one at a time because I am such a person. And these other ones are also safe for cooking. Can you see them? These spoons, you can also cook with them. All right, these ones, these two, I can't even tell you when was the last time I even touched them. So look here, let me show you. So look, why do I have so many? And this is just the ones that have not, because the ones we normally use, we've already washed them. They're on the sink. So why do I have so many? Why? Just cluttering my kitchen for no good reason. This is what we are calling clutter. But anyway, I'm going to go through this in a short while. So now let's go to the bottom cabinet. I have to scoot down all my knees. Oh, I'm old. Okay, here we like to put our, some people call them Tupperware, the gisty people. We just call them plastic containers because, they're not even Tupperware. They're just like recycled, most of them, but yeah, it's all good. We like to do batch cooking once a month, so we cook once a month. I have a great video on that if you're interested. So we like to have a lot of containers, as you can see. My light is not so good, but yeah. But now, let me tell you what the problem is. That's where we put them. Most of them are in the freezer because it's the beginning of the month, we've already cooked. So it's a bit empty now, although it gets fuller as the month progresses. But can you see? Can you see? Can you see? Pull them. This. Now, because all the ones that we use have already been used, we have things here that we don't use. Oh my gosh. Look at this. I am telling you guys, by the time we're done, we'll find a family of something. I don't know what. Look at that. Look at. Oh. Okay, that's this one. So now you have seen that in all its wonderful glory. So let me show you right here, this drawer right here, which is very near and dear to my heart, because here is where we put our kids' caps and whatnot. So I just removed, you guys know this is one of those things where you put your dishes after you wash them, but it fits very well in a drawer, and then you can just arrange stuff in it nicely. Or just throw them in there randomly like we do. So yeah, but I like it being this height because the kids are able to get it for themselves. When someone wants to get a drink or get a snack, this is at their height, so it really helps. It does, however, need a bit of arranging and also cleaning. Look at this. It even opens with swag. Oh my gosh. And then all this stuff. So a few months ago, I came up with this amazing and I thought genius idea to take all the covers of all the containers that we use. I don't know what this is doing here. This is an anomaly. But then my kitchen is just one big anomaly at this rate. But I decided to collect all the covers and put them in one place so that we stop looking for them so much. So that's what we did. But as you can see, we have a lot more covers than we have containers. See, these ones are still labeled fish fingers for when we are batch cooking. This one is for covering beef. Let's see, what is this? Honey chicken. Oh, like the one we made over Christmas. I made a nice video about that. A nice cooking video. Check it out. This one has what? Chicken. So basically, some of them are useful, but some they are not. Some we don't even know where the covers went. This one's for what? Gideri. So yeah, there's a lot of work that needs to be done in this drawer, because it's at the point where it doesn't even open. I mean, seriously. That's it. Now, let me tell you the story of this fresher yogurt, okay? And how do you like my backdrop of like extremely dirty dishes? Like, how swaggerific is that? Anywho, see this? We have so many of these because about 2 years ago, I mean, our kids loved yogurt. It's great for their tummies and their gut health and everything. So we used to buy like about 4 or 5 of these every week, and they are not cheap, according to me. Okay, according to me, who's in the Dave Ramsey system. I'm still stuck in baby step number 2, and I'm trying to get out of debt, and so I'm trying to save every coin, and so I used to find this very expensive. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, of course you know I've done a video on the Dave Ramsey baby steps, because it is so important. It helps you learn how to manage your finances and get out of debt. And of course, I will link it. But, back to my story of this. So we used to buy like 5 of these every week. Oh my gosh, it was so expensive, until I discovered, I can make my own yogurt. And so since then, it's not even 3 years ago. I think it must have been like 4 years ago, I think, 3 years ago. The twins were born, so it's about 3 years ago. But That's when we learned how to make our own yogurt. But it was not for nothing, because now we have so many bottles of this kind that we used to store our milk, we used to store our yogurt, and but yeah, so that's the story of these bottles. So now that you have seen how bad things are. Things are thick. So let me just start removing everything, and I put it in one place, and then I just go through decluttering. And I'm going to be ruthless, because man, my kitchen can't stay like this anymore. But first I have to go and sort out my kids. They've already woken up from their nap. So much for finishing all this before they woke up. So get them something to drink, get them some snacks, and continue with this amazing journey. If you've not subscribed to this channel and you're liking this content, please do so. Thank you. So I finally finished bringing everything out of the kitchen, and boy, what a mess. Let me show you. So this is what I got out of the kitchen. I mean, look. You know, sometimes you can declutter the Fly Lady way and just do one cabinet at a time. But this time I decided to go the Marie Kondo way, where you just take everything that you own and you bring it together so that you're able to see all your junk in one place. Because you guys, if this is not junk, I don't know what is. I mean, look at this. And this is supposed to be stuff for just 2 people. I mean, no, it's not 2 people. You're not a family of 2. What's wrong with me? This is what we have for a family of 7. At what point will a family of 7 use all this stuff? I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is just, some could not even fit on the dining table and that cabinet, so we had to put on the floor. I mean, have a look. So now this is everything, and I'm going to put it into 3 piles, of course, just the usual. 1 to keep, 1 to give away, and 1 to throw away. So I had gotten this one old carton box that initially I thought this is too big. I won't be able to fill all this, but oh my gosh, I think I need 2 of these. This is just a disaster. So let me just sit down and then start sorting out the stuff and see how far along I'll get before the sun sets, because this is turning out to be a whole day affair. And so I am done. It was a task, I won't even lie. I mean, it's nighttime, my kids have just gone to bed, and I have just been dealing with all this clutter like throughout. But I am so happy with all the stuff that I've managed to just get out of my kitchen. And what I have left is only what we use and what we love. Go Marie Kondo. So I'm really excited to show you. So yeah, let me show you what I've done. Yeah, let me show you. This is all that I have left. I managed to get rid of most of the stuff, as I will just show you. And yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really happy. And here is my donations box. I actually thought I would need 2, but I ended up needing just the 1, and it's a big one, but it's full. It's completely full. And here is the trash. So much trash. Look at all that. Oh my goodness. Look at that. So much to go into the bin. So let me take you through some of the decisions that I made. So starting with our serving spoons, these are all. I only have 4 left. All the ones that we were not using, I managed to just toss them. Got rid of 1 knife. And this one, this is for serving. Let me show you. Yeah, look at this. It's very cute. You don't use it much, but when we have guests, it comes in very handy. So I decided to keep that. And these 6 dessert balls, they are so cute. I love them. They're great for ice cream. And we have 6. How appropriate is that? And so I decided, after much thought, I decided to just keep our 3 sets of dinner plates. This one and this one and that one. Because of guests, basically. And these are some of the ones that our kids use, those ones. And then we have our bowls there and our side plates. I got rid of all the saucers, and yeah, it felt nice to do that. A few bowls for our kids. Yeah, we had quite a number of pans. I don't know if you can see this. Let me come here. But I decided to just keep this one non-stick one and that kienyeji one. I'm happy with that. I got rid of like two pots. And hey, let me tell you, this hot pot, I've been saying I need to get a new one for so long. I've been saying I need to go to Kamukunji and get a new set, but I haven't managed, and it's the only one we have, so it had to stay. The kids' dishes, I managed to just really go through them and toss a lot of them, and I only kept what we are now using. These are definitely more than enough for them. My cups, apparently so many of my cups were chipped, and there's even one here. Where is the one that was chipped? This one, I had forgotten to remove it, but I saw it. Can you see? Mugs, but this is now the current one. Oh, I love it. How big is that? Oh my god. So basically, it's only two people who need to use this mug. So we can survive with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cups for 2 people. It's more than enough. So this one goes into our donation pile. Okay. Then here I have, these are the serving dishes. I decided to keep it. I don't normally have so many serving dishes, so I just kept this one and that set of 2 there. I was really happy that I managed to declutter the spoons. We had so many plastic spoons, disposable ones and everything. So for the plastic ones, I only kept these ones. For the kids, they can use those ones if they like, or they can use the normal ones. And this set, you remember this set that had 2 colors? One side was white and the other side was whatever color this is. I got rid of the white ones because they were just not giving me joy. So I don't even like this set so much, if at all, but I kept it in case we have guests. We will have something extra to do. And let me show you something else. My milk bottles, the big ones for going shopping, I kept 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's one more in the fridge with milk. These 5-liter ones. Do you want to know how many we had? We had 12. I have no idea why we had 12. And we normally, on a normal week, we just use 4. So I mean, it didn't make sense to keep all 12 of them. They're just taking up space, and you can see they're not even small, they're just huge. And then got rid of a lot of kids utensils. Now for my containers, also known as Tupperware by GST people, I decided I will only keep the ones that have covers. Most of them I just tossed because it didn't have covers or they were broken. It just wasn't looking nice. So I made sure I covered each one of them to know which cover goes where. And then again, as I said, most of them are in the freezer anyway with food. So these are mostly the small ones. And so that's all that I kept. And then here I kept my trays. I got rid of like 2 trays that we were not using. I just kept these ones and my mixing bowls, which I love. And then here I have my baking stuff. I didn't get rid of any baking stuff. And my measuring cups. And my, oh, let me show you. And my chopping boards, blocks, I don't know, those ones. I kept this one just for holding hot, what do you call them? Hot pots. Yes. And my cooking utensils, got rid of a couple of them. There are not that many anyway. So there you have it. My entire kitchen can now fit on one table. I am so jazzed. I loved that. I absolutely love that. I am so happy. I'm really happy. Now let me go and sort out my shelves, and then I'll be able to put this back and I'll show you how it looks. Oh, I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I am done. I am absolutely done. It has been quite an afternoon stroke evening, and okay, let me give my hands some TLC here, then I tell you guys how it went down. I'm so excited to show you how it all turned out. But I have to tell you the best part of my day was when I came to put the things back in my kitchen. You guys, I have empty shelves. I have empty drawers in my kitchen. That has never happened before. Tears of joy, those ones. I am so excited to show you. Okay, come along. Let me show you. So now let me start from up there. Remember up there we had cups and all manner of things. So I decided to just put the glass items. First of all, just see how nice it looks with just glass from afar. How cool is that? So let me get closer and then you will see. Hold on, I got you. Okay, look at that. I decided to put everything that is breakable because I had some serving dishes that were in the lower cabinets. Everything that is breakable came up. Okay, so here I just put my glass items. I am so happy. It looks so cool. All right, and then let me show you this other cabinet. So I put our remaining 9 cups right here, and then I put my coffee mugs there. And we had so many of these because, you know, we make our own yogurt, so we prefer to use bio yogurt as a culture. So we had so many of those because we're making like almost every week. But I threw away all the rest and left just those 3 because we like using them for, what do you call it? For measuring rice when we are cooking. Okay, if you haven't watched my video on how to make your own yogurt at home, please do so. It's awesome. And then I put my baking trays there, and that's it. This place was so crowded before, I just can't believe it. All right, let's come to this other cabinet. I decided to put all the kids' dishes in one, what do you call it? One cabinet. So we have their bowls here and their plates, and their other plates. They rarely use these ones nowadays. They use mostly these ones and these ones, but hey. Then up here I put my serving dishes. These are my only serving dishes and I'm sort of happy with them. This is actually for baking, sort of a casserole dish, but it can multitask. Then here I put my hot pots, my spoons, and my other spoons. Okay, yeah, in focus. Let me show you. This one is directly above our stove. As you can see, our stove is there. And here is these three items. And why I decided to do this is because I want to put dishes that are washed frequently up here, because you can see our kitchen does not have a vent. So anything that is put here, if it is not washed frequently, it becomes so sticky and oily because of all the fumes coming from the food from the stove. So that's why I put spoons and this hot pots, because we use them every single day, and so they will be kept clean. All right, hope that makes sense. So there's a cooker. All right, on this one I put our 3 sets of dinner plates and some side plates and a few bowls, and that's it. Now this is the one that had all manner of paraphernalia. Remember, it had that family of I don't know what living here. Okay. But I put some things that we don't use often. So yeah, I even removed one flask from our countertops because we only use 2 regularly. So that's it. All right, now let's come to the drawers. This one is one that was full of trays and all manner of things. I put our dishcloths and hand towels. Most of them have been washed and they're waiting to be folded, so there's only one remaining. And then it's evening, so we've already changed. You guys know we changed our hand towels. We change our hand towels and dishcloths every day, so they've already been changed. And if you'd like to know how to get amazing hand towels, I'll put a link down below. And also these, I put the candles in this container. And here I put, what do you call this? Storage bags. The few storage bags that exist in this house. Now here is the deal. I realized that some of these containers, instead of just throwing them away, I can actually use them for arranging stuff in my drawers. Instead of just having like the, what do you call it? Instead of having the candles floating, just putting them in a container makes the place look a lot neater. Oh, and how do I love this? Oh, it's so awesome. All right, next drawer. This one was full of cooking sticks and all that manner of stuff. So I greatly reduced what was here, and that's all that is left. Oh, awesome. Okay, now this is another drawer where the hand towels were. Now I decided to put the covers of my containers here. As you can see, remember before the drawer could not open. Now because they're so few, I'm able to arrange them nicely. And then I decided to bring them closer to where I actually have the containers, as in it only makes sense that you grab a container there and then you grab a cover there. Simple, and even after washing, it's easy to put them away. All right, so let me show you my container drawer that was full of so many things. And now just look at that. Look at that. I was able to arrange them so well. This is the bottom one. So much space, you guys. All right, and right here next door to the containers, I put my pots and my remaining 2 pans. And right here I put the biggest cooking pot. Can you even see it? Let me go back, because I rarely use it. And one more that I rarely use down there, including the wok. And down here I almost forgot to show you, is that there are all manner of things. So I decided to put our water bottles there, because we rarely leave home anyway, so we don't use water bottles. And my trays, my extra trays, and mixing bowls. And behold, An empty shelf. I mean, can you just have a moment of silence for that empty shelf? Amazing. Yeah. Another moment of silence for another empty shelf. Awesome. And then I put my one liter bottles right there. Oh, looking so spacious and enjoying the new home. And after that moment of silence, here is where I put the covers to my cooking pots and my remaining large jerry cans for getting milk. That place was so crowded before. Now here is where we had the covers of all the containers, and it only has my chopping blocks and my grater, and that's it. That's it. And here I have my kids stuff. I didn't want to change it because they're used to it and it works for them anyway. So basically that's it. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I think I could just spend the whole night here just looking at my clean empty shelves. Please let me know in the comments below whether you would consider decluttering your kitchen, and if not, what is keeping you from doing it. And if you have found this video interesting, I'm sure you will like this one over here and this playlist over here. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button because that lets YouTube know that you care about this channel. So thank you, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.